The Forever War by Joe Haldeman. In the novel The Forever War by Joe Haldeman, the main character, Mandela, finds himself fighting in this war for reasons that even he is not sure of. The thematic topic for this novel is that going into war can sometimes be a mistake from the beginning. As the war went on, Mandela began to focus more on surviving the war instead of actually realizing why he was fighting in the war. But when the war came to an end, Mandela realized that the entire war was actually a scam, created just to inflate the human economy and give another reason for another war for the military. As the quote says, once they could talk, the first question was, "Why did you start this thing?" And the answer was, "Me?" The symbolism for this novel is that the war with the Tarons symbolized the war with Vietnam. The reason for this is that the Vietnam War was started because Congress falsely believed that the North Vietnamese attacked the U.S. Navy ship first, when it was really the U.S. ship that opened fire. This is similar to what happened in the novel. According to a quote, they armed the colonizing vessels, and the first time they made a Taron ship, they blasted it. Obviously, the government in this novel covered up the incident so that no one would know. And as a result, the Forever War was started, and for 1,000 years, humans and Taurons needlessly slaughtered each other for reasons that many could not understand. The characterization for this novel is that Mandela, the main character, who is considered a war hero, is currently in a relationship with Marigay, when he gets separated because of the military's insistence that human soldiers are actually expensive machines. This is shown in his frustration when he says that it would be their ultimate victory over me, having ruled my life for so long to force an end to it. That much I owe to the enemy. In this quote, he is mostly speaking to the military, which is actually ruling his life, as he cannot return to society because of its alienability, and the military has actually split him from the only person he actually loved. The illusion for this novel is that the entire book is an allusion to the Vietnam War. This can be because the author actually served in the Vietnam War, and it would make sense for many of the topics in the book to come from his experiences in that war. The irony in this book is that Mandela, after years in action in a foreign planet, returns to Earth only to decide to go back into the army simply because the very society he was fighting for is as alien to him as his enemy. The reason for his return into the army, even though he realizes that the army is a soulless construct, is that he loses his mother and his friend's parents to a violent society that he was fighting to protect. In the novel, the main character Mandela has an epiphany when in the middle of combat he goes into battle thinking that he is virtually invincible. However, as the battle goes on, he discovers that he is not as invincible as he thought he was, as his comrades are blown to pieces. And he comes to the frightening realization that maybe, just maybe, he could die in that battlefield simply because of his arrogance.